So good morning, everyone. Josh, thank you for the introduction. Eric, Joe, Josh, thank you for the invitation and for having me. I am thrilled to be back at Columbia, where this is my longest professional relationship. I was on the faculty of Columbia for a decade, and there's a lot I miss about this wonderful community, these wonderful people, even as I was chagrined and saddened to come to a CEPA building today that was locked. Columbia's full name is Columbia in the City of New York. And I think it is a sad thing when a university cannot be a part of the community that it carries as its brand. Thanks so much to Savannah. You've already seen how invaluable she is, to Elena, to Gabriella. Thank you. Special greetings to Andrew Schrank, who started on the tenure track with me at Yale 20-odd years ago, here somewhere. So it's just wonderful to be among colleagues. And a special hello to Eileen Barroso. Those of you who work at Columbia have seen her for many years. She told me this morning she's been here 39 years. She's our university photographer, and she is... we immediately gave each other a big hug because any event you ever go to at Columbia, Eileen is there, kind of looming around. She's this kind of omnipresent presence, and it was really wonderful to see. It was a wonderful treat. I've never gotten a shout out. Okay, so I am going to talk a little bit about the right way to regulate AI, which is the title of an article I wrote that was published in Foreign Affairs earlier this year. But I'm mostly going to try to talk about industrial policy as someone who is a sociologist of science and technology, not an economic sociologist like my dear friend Josh Whitford, not an economist, and someone who's also an interested party. So some of what I'll be talking to you about is about work that I did working for over 2 years, the first 2 years and 2 months in the Biden-Harris administration. So I have kind of reframed this to sort of give new industrial policy as modern American industrial policy, to sort of give it context and place. And a lot of what I'll be doing is sort of, I think, creating some context, particularly with regards to science and technology and innovation and the role that I think it plays. To the extent that new industrial policy is new, one of the new things is, I think, a real appreciation of science, technology, and innovation as both a sort of input and output to any kind of innovation economy or industrial strategy. So I'm going to begin with a quote from my former colleague Brian Deese, who was the NEC director. He uses the phrase modern American industrial strategy, and he says that it has a strong animating vision that runs across several laws that were passed by Congress during the Biden administration. He says that modern American industrial strategy identifies areas where relying on private industry on its own will not mobilize the investment necessary to achieve our core economic and national security interests. It then uses public investment to spur private investment and innovation. It encourages that investment to reach all regions and all communities, and it invests in workers, the people who will generate all this productivity and innovation. And I think that is different from, a definition of industrial strategy that Danny Roderick might use or others have used. So I think that would be worth talking about in the conversation, and I'll try to.